What they do, what it is, this is Orion, aka Brass Balls. Now, before we get submerged in the LA River, please make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Orion Hip Hop, where you can peep previous episodes of Deep Dive, Tape Stash, along with music from my catalog and rare music from hip hop. All things hip hop is what I enjoy, and that's what I try to put on my channel, Orion Hip Hop. Would appreciate a subscribe, like, comment, reshare, all of that. Now, let's take a swim in that LA River. You know that same LA River you see in Blood In, Blood Out and countless movies. Big canal with graffiti everywhere. That's real LA shit right there. And these brothers right here, Funkdoobiest, 1992. A track called Bow Wow Wow was a single from their debut album, Which Doobie You Be, produced by DJ Muggs. Now, this was the early DJ Muggs sound that really put him on the map. Cypress Hill was already doing their thing, their first album, their self-titled album, but DJ Muggs started bubbling, and this was the first glimpse into the Soul Assassins family tree. You had Funkdoobiest, you had House of Pain, countless people that DJ Muggs was starting to work with, the likes of Beastie Boys, Ice Cube, you know, and the list really goes on. The catalog is deep, and it really, you started getting a glimpse of what the Soul Assassins would be and what it would mean to the music that we all love, this hip-hop thing. Now, this tape actually has the original radio version and the remix. I tried listening back and forth. I really can't pick apart what the difference is between the remix and the original. It kind of sound exactly the same to me. Or maybe the people that uploaded the stuff on YouTube made a mistake in uploading. I don't know. It doesn't really sound too much of a difference. The track did have a music video, some animation. The animation characters you see on this front cover of the single. I love the illustration art. It was done by an artist by the name of Glenn Barr. He went on to work on several other music releases, some stuff in the 80s, but coincidentally enough, or perhaps not a coincidence at all, he's the one responsible also for the illustrations that you see on Muggs' first Soul Assassins compilation that was later released in 1997, which is one of my favorite albums, to be honest with you, especially one that was spearheaded by one solid producer with a whole slew of cats, a cast of great MCs with production to accompany them. Now, the music video, I wasn't too much of a fan really of this track, to be honest with you. I think for the most part, a lot of people that are into Funkdoobiest, the first album really wasn't it. The second album in 1995 was the one that was it, man. It had tracks like Dedicated, tracks like Rock On. These are the tracks that really resonated with fans, at least all of the Funkdoobiest fans that I've had conversations with. And even myself, I tend to lean more towards the second album, which the second album, again, has a lot of Muggs production as well. But you can tell they kicked it up a notch, and Muggs' production was definitely getting a little bit more broader with the sounds, and it wasn't so rugged as it was. So the B-side to this is I'm Shitting On Them and I'm Flipping On Them. Same song, just one's a clean version, one's a dirty version. Both of them produced by T-Ray. T-Ray Productions is very similar to Muggs' production, and he had a lot of input on this album. T-Ray worked with the likes of Cypress Hill, Artifacts, and he's definitely somebody to look into, man, because he's done work with MC Search. He did a lot of other Cypress Hill remixes. It's really out there for you to look up T-Ray. Definitely somebody that was doing this thing since like 88. I could go back and tell. And another person I want to give props to on this release is DJ Lethal. I was peeping an interview with Son Doobie, and he talked about the early ongoings of Soul Assassins and how they all pretty much knew each other from high school and stuff. DJ Lethal of House of Pain actually has a credit on here with the remix. Once again, I don't know what difference is or who inputted what, but shout out to DJ Lethal. He's definitely somebody that has had his imprint on this hip-hop thing. Joe the Butcher is somebody that's accredited as engineering mix. And Joe the Butcher really has a lot of presence in Cypress Hill work, Rough House music and all of that, but he has a great ear as an engineer, and that's part of the early Cypress Hill sound, no doubt. It's just that tutelage that Muggs was privy to in the studio must have made a big difference in the Cypress Hill sound that we all know and love. Soul Assassins all day, feel me? Now, with Funkdoobiest, I'm gonna just say this, man. Aside from the tracks that I mentioned, Rock On and Dedicated, one song that's on neither of the albums, that's on the Friday soundtrack, that happens to be my favorite Funkdoobiest track, is Superhoes. Now, maybe this is because this was really the first song that I really took a big liking to them. But Superhoes is really fucking dope, and one of the reasons I love that soundtrack so much. Doobie is just so animated with his flow, his cadence. He makes a lot of tracks very entertaining. Doobie went on to do solo stuff. Battle Axe was somebody he was signed to at one point, released an album to them, and had a lot of collaborations with Swollen members, Mocha Only, a bunch of the cats on that label's roster. So shout out to Doobie, still out there, still very much a part of the scene, and still repping Soul Assassins. We'll check him out on an interview that he had with Be Real in the Smokebox. It was a dope watch. Bow Wow Wow itself, this term became very popular in the 90s. I mean, I remember it in, I think it may have been said in the movie Posse, which was like a Western movie with black cowboys rather than white cowboys. But then you also had The Chronic, which was released in April of 1992. And this song, Bow Wow Wow, was also released in 1992, but I really couldn't pinpoint as to which one came out before the other. And obviously with The Chronic, you have Dre Day, in which Bow Wow Wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, death rolls in the motherfucking house. You know, that obviously, you know, was a hit, and it was synonymous with the early death row sound. But it didn't originate from these two rappers. It originated from Mr. P-Funk himself, George Clinton, with a song called Atomic Dog, in which this song samples, and so does Dre Day, and countless early Dr. Dre music was sampling P-Funk all day. So there you have it, you know, the original swag king of them all, George Clinton, responsible for the Bow Wow Wow. One thing I want to add to this is that through my research, although I believe George Clinton is the one that may have popularized it the most and really got it out there in 1986 with the release of Atomic Dog, you know, in reference to the Bow Wow phrase, Larry Young actually released a song called Spaceball, and in that track, he's just going off on the Bow Wow Wow thing. So, you know what I mean? That's a deep dive gem for you right there. That's about it. This wraps it up. Appreciate y'all tuning in with me. Deep Dive Tape Stash got more underway. Check out Freebase, available on all the streaming platforms. Would truly appreciate. The album ain't free, but the bass is. So go check it out. Go hit me up for physical copies while they last. Limited run. Peace.